Good afternoon and welcome back to Gangneung, Korea. We are here for the VoIP Defender World Junior Curling Championships 2017. We've seen 50 games in the women's competition to get to this point. It's all set for the medal games in the Gangneung Curling Centre, the future venue for the 2018 Olympic Games. Our eyes are on the final as Sweden and Scotland are both seeking out the gold. My name is Sander and I'm joined by Eleanor Adviento. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sander.
We will meet the teams. For Sweden, at lead is Fanny Sjöberg. At second, Almida de Waal. Third in Weiskip, or just third actually, Jenny Wåhlin. And the team is skipped by Isabella Brano. Alternate is Maria Larsson, and the team's coached by Mattias Mabergs.
Team Scotland will be led by Sophie Sinclair. On second is Millie Smith. On third, Naomi Brown. And this team will be skipped by Sophie Jackson. On alternate, Laura Barr. And this team will be coached by Kate Brewster.
We'll take a look at how the team stacked up after the round robin. You can see Scotland, Sweden, Canada and Korea going through. Sweden dropping the 1-2 game. Or Sweden winning against Scotland in the 1-2 game. And in the bottom half we see that Japan, Hungary and Turkey has been relegated to the qualification event. We'll have to qualify for next year. And this is how the final stages work out in the page playoff system. Sweden beating Scotland in the 1-2 through to the gold medal. Scotland dropped down to the semi-final that played Canada. And with Canada losing out to Scotland earlier this morning, they will play the bronze medal game against Korea. The team's just being presented here for the crowd. Quite a few more people coming in for the game this afternoon. And while the teams get ready to get this started, we always ask Eleanor Adviento for some pre-game predictions.
Well, everything this week has been leading up to this moment, a moment that Team Sweden and Team Scotland have been working so hard towards this week. They have undoubtedly shown us that they deserve to be the two teams fighting for the gold medal. Team Sweden and Team Scotland are equally matched in terms of their ability to score multiple points. However, when without Hammer, Sweden has been the stronger team in forcing their opposition to one and even stealing sometimes. With so much at stake, I think we can expect to see a cautious start from both teams. Throughout the week, Sweden has demonstrated us the power of teamwork, while Team Scotland has shown us their ability to perform when it matters most. So I am so happy for these girls for reaching the finals. I can't wait to see some great curling.
Well, I can't wait either, Eleanor, as we see the stone colours. Sweden throwing the red, Scotland will throw the yellow. And hopefully that won't throw too many people off, as Sweden are dressed in yellow and blue for the occasion. And this will be the first stone of the women's gold medal game. It's Sophie Sinclair.
Wait, good. Wait, good. 6.
They had a smashing game against Canada in the semi-final this morning.
Perfect. Whoa. 6. Should be close.
Put the game away early.
Oh.
There's no contest really.
Good swing. Good so.
So maybe that could put a little bit of a scare into Sweden.
Yeah.
But Sweden was the better team when these two met in the 1-2 page. There's lead for Norway, for Sweden rather. Fanny Sjöberg. Of course, I would want Norway to be in the competition, but they are not for the women's this week.
Controlled. Okay.
Sweden, the only Scandinavian team. And both play in the women's competition.
Wait, up! Oh, whoa. Massive.
Yeah, I think the important thing to do here is to keep the game close and really not let their opponents get away from them, because as we've seen throughout the playoffs, once a team has had even a small lead, they do sort of get away with it. And so it's important to just play these simple shots and keep the game as close as possible, especially in the early ends.
So I'm just trying to the house here. And just through the house from Fanny. Millie Smith will throw the second stones, as she's done all week for Scotland.
5, 6, 6. Hands up. 5. Oh, okay. Looks okay. 5, 6. Line right there. 6. 6. Right there. Yeah, 6, 7. 7.
Just drawing into the house again.
7, 8. Okay. That's okay, Millie. That's good there.
A good chance to find the draw away. While Almeida Deval will throw the takeout.
Nicely made.
Run it up. Control.
Fanny and Almeida, quite Swedish names, Nordic anyway. And I know Fanny has there's a lot of people mispronouncing her name, calling her Funny. Not too bad. But it's a pretty normal name in Sweden. Over 10,000 women have the name.
Whoa, let it move.
And it means free.
Oh.
And I think it was, if you're a movie buff, you might know the name from this very famous Swedish director Ingmar Bergman's movie Fanny and Alexander, which is a 5-hour-long film and one of Bergman's best-known works.
Always learning something new with you, Sander.
Well, just some filler for this blank end.
Take your time.
Almeida means ambitious, by the way.
Wow. I think their parents really thought of their names.
Well, seems fitting. Here's Naomi Brown.
Whoa.
Third for Scotland.
Oh, clean. 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 Clean.
Just playing the open head.
Good, Naomi.
And it's made well. Always nice to make these simple shots early on, especially in a gold medal game.
20.
Here's Jenny Wåhlin.
Ligger bra nu. Wow. Bra fart. Ja! Hårt! Bra där. Bra Jenny. Bra koll. Yeah. Control. Yep. Take your time. Last. Lead. Whoa. Oh, it's a touch less. Lead.
If you hear some cheering in the background, it's because Korea is playing Canada next door in the bronze medal game. We'll, of course, keep you up to date on what happens there. Quite a few Korean fans coming in for that. So there might just be some cheering that might throw the girls off in our final here. Just one more thing to think about. But I think these girls are so focused, I'm not sure if they'll even notice. But, you know, us curling players are quite used to playing in curling clubs with the spectators just sitting behind the glass. It's a whole different thing to have them in the venue. And you can hear them. It does help that there's 2 games going on, though. If you're only the one sheet, all eyes on you, a little more pressure. As we see Sophie Jackson, skip of Scotland. She too will look for the open hit. She had a couple of early mistakes against Sweden in the 1-2 page, and Scotland were very heavily penalised for them. So maybe looking to be a tiny bit more cautious today. Just picking up some debris, keeping the ice clean. This is Isabella Brano. Playing her second World Junior Curling Championship. Placing 4th 2 years back in Tallinn, Estonia. She did have the shot to win the bronze, but it overcurled and caught the guard.
Controlled again, just
And talking to the girls before the final, she said, well, I have a pretty bad record when it comes to bronze games and 3rd place games. But she was hoping to start a good record with the finals instead.
Touch more weight. Fraction up from last. Close. Yes. High. Right it. High.
Sophie Jackson makes the hit and stick and rolls it to the other side, just forcing Verano to play another turn.
Chappen? Va? Chappen? Nej. Jaha, det var sista. Holds the line there for ages.
Almeida Deval just
the last, yeah. Last.
kind of forgot that we're down to the last stone. Just asking if we're playing the nose hit.
Yeah.
But of course, we are playing the appeal to blank the end. Sweden wanting to retain the hammer. Big cheer as Isabella Brano coming out the hack. And hopefully wouldn't have disturbed her too much, or has it? Because it's over curling, I think. And it will nose hit. Bit of bad timing for the skipper. Kind of hard to tell if he threw her off or it was just a bad throw. She hasn't said anything about it. But it will be one for Sweden after one end of play. Sweden will start the second end after scoring the single point in the first. and was hoping to keep the last one advantage, but skipped Rano with a failed attempt at the blank. Draw to the back of the 4. And Scotland will throw the corner guard. It's always nice to get a point up on the board in the first 10. Sort of forces the game to start. And we'll see some stones in play.
Please hit. 2. Just 2. 2. Hard, Naomi. Just 2. 2. Hold it. How's the line? Here. Naomi's. Hard. Come on, go, go, go.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Really nice, so.
Good stuff. Really good stuff.
We saw Sophie Jackson cup her hand around her mouth as she tried to yell to communicate to her team. And I think Team Sweden and Team Scotland will be taking the noise level in the arena into account, and perhaps we'll start seeing some hand gestures soon if it gets really loud in here. With that red guard just coming in a little bit deep, we'll see Sophie Sinclair come down with board or barrier weight
Maybe a touch up.
to just bump it back and roll behind their guard.
Okay, so.
Okay.
Rolling out. So we'll see if Sweden decides to peel the corner guard here. And they will.
A touch, yeah.
Just to kind of kill the end for Scotland.
That's a sugar thing.
And
I thought it felt quite nice. But
might just get another blank in here. Although in the end it wasn't blank, the first one, but it was played out like a blank. They've all made more or less every peel in the game against Scotland, where Sweden had an early lead, and the Swedish girls just ran away with it, making everything. Another nice corner peel from Deval here. Scotland not giving up yet, so they will throw the corner once more, maybe a couple of times, and see if they can get a mistake from Sweden. If not, they'll more than likely just make the open hit on the red stone and take the blank, try again next end.
Heads up. 2. 2. Line's good. Right to 2. 1. Hard, so. Hard, keep going. Hard, so. Go, go, go. Good, Millie.
that's it.
Good, Millie. It's good, Millie.
I think Kate Brewster is also happy with Millie Smith's draw. She's been coaching for quite some time, one of the more experienced coaches in the field. Her first coaching gig was back at the World Juniors in 1998 in Thunder Bay, Ontario. And here's Matthias Malbags, or Mini, as they call him. He's a younger brother, that's why. And here you see Maria Larson and Alison Kraviasek on the right.
Wait, last. Sophie's. Should be okay. Have a look. Oh, it looks there. 2.
Yeah, it looks more than here.
2.
Whoa.
Well, you know, this is Sweden's first
2.
final on the women's side since 2010 in Flims.
Good, Millie.
Back then, Anna Hasselborg won the gold medal, beating Rachel Homan of Canada. And guess who was 5th on that Canadian team? Alison Kraviasek. sitting on the bench for Sweden this time.
Yep. Whoa. Aldrig.
Whoa. Well, there's the miss that Scotland were looking for. Well, we're not used to seeing those kind of mistakes from Jenny Wåhlin.
Really, you fixed it. Yeah. Keep an eye on it. Yeah.
Scotland definitely not scared of getting forced here. I'll just come straight around the corner.
6, 7, wins pretty good. 7, needs to come down a wee bit.
Yeah, it needs
7, 8. 8.
Millie, when you can. Back here.
Stop.
Oh, it's there.
Okay.
That's fine, Neilby.
Okay.
Can just mention that in the bronze game, the first end was blanked between Canada and Korea.
Okej, vi går för den då. Annars tar vi den.
Ja.
Canada with last stone, of course,
20.
dropping down from the semi-final. And Evelyn looking to correct her mistake
Ja.
after that first miss, coming after the yellow in the back 12. Looks very nice.
Börja ni.
Scotland will try again to come around the corner.
Take your time.
Give it some.
6, 5, 6. Heads up. Top
Take a
team.
leak, take a leak. Whoa. Whoa.
7,
Whoa.
6, 7.
Really needs to move. Really needs to move.
I think the wind's pretty good.
Millie, if you can. Yeah, Millie. Hard.
Hard, Millie.
Hard. Hard a bit. Go, go, go.
Hard.
Yep, yep, yep. Good.
Good. It's good, Neilby. That's good. Next week.
Much better draw this time. Fully buried.
40.
Well, or maybe not. Sweden looking to come after it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much they can see. Can't be much.
40.
Maybe a sliver. So definitely the guard is the option here. Another call would be to just make the freeze, follow the draw. She's just seen her third throw down this line. They should have a good guess of how it moves. But I think they're on the guard here. And so they are.
Okay.
Scotland with a chance to make a hit and roll here.
Yeah.
And sit two.
It'll move
Here.
this side, won't it?
Should do there.
There.
Yeah.
Barrier. I think it should move you. Yeah, I think it should move you. I think that's enough ice.
Should be it.
Okay. A firm barrier though. Just normal.
Like,
I think normal.
what do you think for barrier?
Just your normal barrier.
Take your time. Good release. Base good.
Yep.
Yep. Hard.
Hard,
Victor.
Victor.
Hard.
Hard!
Keep going. Keep going. Hard.
Right
Victor.
foot.
Hard. 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 Got it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
rolls the wrong way and leaves a double for Sweden.
And we just needed more ice.
Man kan inte gå igenom.
Touch in, but
Yeah.
I didn't think.
Spelar inte så stor roll.
Well, I thought it would swing, but same for it as match. I thought it was going to completely overcurl. So I was like,
Big peel weight from Isabella. Sounds pretty good here. And there we go. Both the L's fly. And clearly some Koreans also cheering on Sweden here. We do see some Koreans with flags that are not Korean. I even see some Norwegian flags out there. It's nice, but
maybe they got this.
they're not playing.
Maybe they just like Norway.
It could be, but Norwegian boys will play in the bronze game tomorrow afternoon as we see the last stone. And the second end, Sophie Jackson will look for the blank. And she will also hit it on the nose. So 2 failed blank attempts here back to back from both skips. So we're back to where we started. It's a tied game at 1 each after 2 ends of play.
Are we betting? Not much. But yeah, it just went. Okay, it's okay. Yeah. Feels
Top 4.
Top 4 and short 2.
Yeah. And I'll give you the straighter side so it should run a bit.
Weight's good.
Line's good.
Think we're there.
Luke's there.
Whoa.
Whoa.
6, 7.
We're here as well.
6, 7, 7, 7, 8. Sit down now.
Yeah, it's coming down. Yep.
So welcome back. We're in the third end.
Get it top 4. Go, 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 go.
It's the gold medal game.
Good. Good there.
Vad gillar ni? Gillar ni den?
Ja.
Up.
Scotland coming into the house here. And we will actually see Sweden
Whoa.
make the hit. So I wonder if Sweden already thinking about the even ends here. Maybe going for the blank and thinking to maybe score their 2 in the 4th end instead. The thought there is if they blank one end and then somehow they're able to score in all the even ends after, they would have the hammer one more time than Scotland. Namely in 4, 6, 8, and 10.
Whoa.
Rarely works out that way though. So mostly you see teams think about that maybe after the halftime break.
Oh.
Good, so.
Good.
The last 3, 4 ends. But we are heading towards a blank end here. Historically, in the women's competition at the World Juniors, Sweden has won 3 out of the 10 finals they've played. Obviously, the girls here looking to improve on those statistics. And Scotland, on the other hand, they've actually won 9 out of the 12 finals they've played since the competition was introduced in 1988.
Control. Yeah. Hard so. Hard so.
Last time we had Scotland play Sweden in a final was in 2008 in Östersund. Home field advantage, but that didn't help Sissi Östlund as she lost heavily to Evemuirhead. 12 shots to 3, actually.
And Sophie Jackson's team was recently in Östersund, Sweden, because they were relegated from last year's World Junior Curling Championships. So they played at the World Junior B Curling Championships, where they dominated the competition and won gold, promoting them back to the World Junior Curling Championships. And now, here they are, the gold medal game.
Okay.
It's been a total of 3 times these nations have met in the final. 2 other ones being Julia
5, 7,
Evert beat Margareta Sigfridsson back in '97 in Karuizawa, Japan. That also was a blowout. Scots winning 11 to 3. There's a bad trend here, Eleanor, for the Swedes.
Good, Millie.
But, you know, this is a different team. And for their age, all of them being 19 years old, they've gone to some pretty major tournaments and beaten some pretty major teams that have had decades more experience than them.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, talking about Team Sigfridsson, the Olympic silver medalist from Sochi, that was a team these girls beat in the Swedish Championship final back in 2015, and they became the youngest Swedish champions ever. At that time, they had 3 17-year-olds and 1 18-year-old on the team. So they've been on the map for a while. And for some people, they're surprised to learn that they're still juniors. At least that they still have a couple of years left in juniors, because they've been out playing in big championships or big tournaments rather since they're about 16.
Just let it sit down. Don't think we are.
The first time Scotland beat Sweden in a final was back in 1990. Kirsty Addison picked up the first gold medal for Scotland ever, beating Katrine Lindahl, the sister of Annette Norberg, and also teammate. And of course, those sisters won 2 Olympic gold medals together. The Swedish girls have some curling family too, and they're here. Actually, Jenny Wåhlin's father, Gary, and Isabella Vrano's father, Mats, are both here watching. And together, they won the World Senior Curling Championship in Karlstad, Sweden last year, beating Canada in the final. And it was Mats Vrano to skip the team. And Gary Wåhlin to throw the lead rocks. And you see Mats Vrana in the blue hat up in the left. And you see some of the Swedish boys on the right. Kept their spot in the A group, but I'm sure they had hopes for a playoff spot. Still young though. Team of Johan Nygren, who gave us a cracking show earlier in the week. Jenny Wåhlin's draw, pulling up short.
Yeah, make Max there. Like a barrier. Controlled. Okay. And even if you peel it, it's okay. Yeah. There.
Scotland they don't want to mess around too much here. They know that if they come around the guard
If we peel it, it's okay.
and they slip behind the tee, Sweden plays a freeze and they're looking good for 2. And even if they make a perfect draw buried,
Should be for peel. Wait,
top 4,
So
you know, Sweden can make the run back and sit buried. So there's no risk in.
good release.
There's no point in taking the risk of coming around here. They'll just peel the guard and give Sweden the blank they were looking for.
Oh, no.
Whoa!
No.
Fraction up. We're here just now. So any? No. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Sophie Jackson with a complete miss. So that mistake from Jenny Wåhlin now actually favoring Sweden. And Sweden can come around.
Just slid in and
Well, Sweden did play
it should have been fine.
the end
Yes.
But no,
as like they wanted the blank,
Yeah.
but clearly not too committed to that, as they will go for their 2 here.
Bara. 8. Janet! Janet! Jenny! Ligger bra, kör!
4, 10.
Wow, bara 8. Bra linje! Bra linje! Här. Wow. Topp 4.
So you can see the Swedish girls
Bra koll.
really don't wanting to slip behind the tee line, and they will keep it in front.
Yeah. Even
It's
center line.
making the freeze a lot harder for Scotland. You know, if that was back tee, you can just put it on top and their shot stone. This way,
Just freeze.
they're needing it to be
I think it's gonna be
pretty much
really
on the
quick.
corner.
I've got 1478. Yeah.
It's just all geometry, really.
On hers. You've got enough of it to hit it, actually. You do. We got a half stone.
Jen to go hat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So taking a look from the hack here, Sophie Jackson realizing that she can see quite a bit of that stone.
Try not jump it because it's really straight.
Take your time.
So they'll try and come after it with hack weight instead, and it's probably the easier of the 2 shots, really.
When Sophie says try not jump it,
Yep.
she means not to get onto it too early because it's running straight.
Hard, come on.
She doesn't seem too pleased with the throw here.
Hard, come on.
Or
No,
are they
it's
close?
curling a lot.
Keep going. Take it in if you can.
Just soft here, really. I think it was a good throw. Just didn't have quite enough weight.
20. Right. Ja.
Just don't want to overthrow it 'cause it's so straight. Yeah, I mean,
You can hear the explanation from Jackson.
it's okay. What was I? Like 3?
Just trying to err on the soft side of things. But just a little too soft, and all of a sudden an open hit for 2 here. Last stone of the 3rd end. This time Sweden wants to make the nose hit.
Nej! Nej! Var med! Rent! Rent! Ja. Rent, bara rent.
And it's made.
Kör.
No problems there. 2 points for Sweden.
Bra.
They will lead it 3 shots to 1. After 3 ends of play, we'll be back with the 4th.
Jag tycker farten var bra.
Ja, lite mer precis. På Fannes första där så får vi bara tänka bara lite. Jag tror andra farten hade förra gången ganska bra. Alltså när vi ligger galen ungefär. Så är vi precis. Ja, kom igen nu, kör vi.
Welcome back to the Gangneung Curling Center here in Gangneung, Korea. It's the women's gold medal game. You're listening to myself, Sander Ulvåg from Norway, and
Eleanor Adviento from New Zealand.
New Zealand, not Australia.
Not Australia, guys.
Sweden puts the first one, top 8. And Sophie Sinclair will throw the corner guard. She's been playing 82% so far in the tournament.
Heads up. Just 2. Whoa.
So she's been solid.
Line's nice. Needs to move. Yep, Millie. 2. Hard, Millie. Hard, Millie. Hard. Go, go, go. Hard, 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 hard. Go, go, Millie. Go, 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 go. Good job. Good job.
20 nästan. 20 tror jag. 20 bra.
Just a little too heavy and coming in too deep on this one. The sweepers couldn't really do anything with it. And because it's not protected by the free guard zone rule, we'll see Sophie Sinclair
Yep. Whoa.
with board weight,
Whoa.
hit and roll
Other way.
on the top 12 redstone.
Good stuff. Real nice.
Nice plan B.
Yep, it's pretty good there.
20.
Sweden's just going to play the nose hit. They might just be outside the rings, but wanting to leave a stone on the center line. As we see Almida Deval playing a very solid 82% so far in the tournament. This one maybe a tad wide. It's going to roll out, so with a good double and then a mistake from Sweden. The house is open and Scotland has a free draw to come around the corner. It's a perfect setup to score 2.
Millie Smith with a tournament accuracy of 78%, but with a game accuracy of 88% so far. It's always nice to see when the curlers are improving on their previous stats.
Shot, Millie.
Ja, mycket. 40. 40. Japp.
Makes a nice hit and stick here. Almida Deval to make up for the first mistake. Because now Scotland doesn't have that free draw anymore. We're going to have to deal with the redstone at some point. And they will play the hit right here. You could definitely come around the corner instead and try and deal with the redstone later. So really important for Sweden to stick in the rings here, not to allow Scotland free draw again. You know, when Sweden beat Korea earlier in the week, that marked a 200th win for Swedish women at the World Juniors.
Wow. It's a lot of wins.
Yeah, they are the second most winning team at the World Juniors in terms of winning games, with now 202 wins. Canada still ahead though, 254. They play once. They've played once more though in Sweden. We were talking about relegation earlier, and Sweden did get relegated back in 2006 and failed to qualify through the European Junior Challenge, the defunct European Junior Challenge. The next year, of course, now it's a world qualifier event.
Hard right back here. Yep. Hard. Hard, Soph. Right to
Two
that
best
toe.
teams
Yep,
from the world
yep.
qualifier
Good.
gets to the A. Sophie Jackson was one of them.
Halva. Okej, spela 40 då. Ja. Ja. Aldrig.
Oh boy.
Okej.
And another miss from Jenny Wåhlin. Not looking as sharp as last time we saw her.
Take your time.
Såna här scener. Säg typ bara att han är okej att klippa gamla.
Isabella Vrana just letting
5, 6.
her vice skip know
Line
that,
a bit wider.
you know,
Whoa.
make sure to
6.
tell
Get line.
Jenny that
Get
you're much better off taking the guard off in those kind of shots than missing it altogether. Scotland now with a glorious chance of coming around the guard. Could potentially set this end up for 3.
Good, Naomi. Nice.
Comes all deep. I wonder if Sweden might come and follow down the draw.
Vad gillar du? Ta garden eller? Enkel bara. Och ganska lätt dubbel på nästa. Ja. Jag tror du får göra det. Jag tycker det.
Not wanting to take too many risks here, the Swedes.
Finns en ganska lätt dubbel på nästa. Ta bara garden.
So they're thinking just peel the guard and expecting Scotland to just throw maybe the open wing on their next one, and they'll be left with a double to cut Scotland down to 2. I quite like the draw, but a cautious approach. But the peel's not even made here, and she's done pretty much the worst thing possible. Doesn't get any of the back yellows, leaves the guard up.
Yeah, the guard slightly further over.
I wonder how buried the yellows are.
Kommer säkert gå frysa någonting.
Half buried.
There's a piece.
Fully 12.
So if just Sophie Jackson plays a good draw here,
Fully 12.
try and get a little stagger, just maybe 3/4 buried behind the red corner, it'd be really hard for Sweden to make a takeout,
Okay. Short's better than.
at least a double takeout,
Is okay or like.
and Sweden might be forced to play that draw after all.
Try not jump it because this is really straight. Okay. Slow slide. Good release. It's pretty good. Line's back.
4.
Whoa.
3.
Sophie then.
Hard.
Yours.
How
Hard.
about Hard.
Hard.
Hard as hard as you can.
4
Keep going.
seconds.
Hard.
Perfect weight. Doesn't get as buried as they were hoping for.
Jag har hela.
Då har vi en dubbel där då. Så,
Ja, finns en trippel också. Lite insida.
Just eyeing up the rocks here.
Mindre,
Potential
så kalla
double,
ingenting
potential
här.
triple on
Kallar nästan ingenting.
for Sweden. But you can see if Sophie Jackson curled under half stone, things would be looking pretty grim for the Swedes.
Här har vi.
If you look back to the semi-final this morning with Scotland, do you remember Cameron Bryce crashing on the guard, allowing Korea to score a 3? That's the kind of thing Sweden can't afford here.
Ja! Ja! Wow, nej! Men ja! Ja! Nej, wow! Ja! Wow, wow! Wow!
Sounds really
You're
close.
going to get one, not the second. Very close.
They do roll for first shot.
Remember your peel.
It's
up
going to leave
here.
on a wide open
Remember
hit.
your peel. Just
Yeah.
like
To
there.
score 3.
That's nice.
Okay.
Ja,
Barrier.
A couple of huge mistakes from Sweden in this end.
Ja.
And of course,
Yeah.
extremely close to making a double here.
Do you like that ice? Yeah. We can always go on early. Yeah. Take your time. Good release.
And here we go, last one of the third end for Sophie Jackson and Scotland. Bit of a panicked line call here early on, needing to make the nose hit for 3.
Keep going, keep going. You've got it. Go, 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 go. Hard, hard, hard.
That's it.
But that's just being cautious. No problems, hit and stick. 3 points for Scotland. And they will be in the lead for the first time so far in this gold medal game. 4 shots to 3.
Okay. Top 4? Top 4 and short. Yeah, if you're
like
top
that.
12, that's good. Yeah, and if you're short, the first one.
So we'll take a look over on sheet C in the bronze game. Canada, Korea. We'll see Kristen Streifel, skip of Canada's last stone. In the third end, after two first ends were blanked. She has a chance to put 2 up on the board
Easy.
with an open hit.
Easy.
Just easy.
This one maybe a tad wide, having some curling to do, but in the end it will get there and stick around. So a score of 2 for Canada in the third. They lead it 2-0. A great start for the Canadians, who well are doing a great job so far. I think having to bounce back from a heavy defeat this morning, only having a couple of hours to reset for the bronze game. Always so tough.
20 bra.
I guess the only consolation for the Canadians is their defeat was so heavy, they could already start to process the loss before the game was over.
Mellan. Bra linje. Hake.
And speaking from experience,
Mellan.
a bronze medal is 1,000 times better than a 4th place. I've been on both sides.
Bra Fanny. Härligt Fanny. Kör vi. Bra Jenny.
10, 15? Probably 15. Yeah, I think 15.
Bra koll Fanny.
Dress up. Take your time.
And someone else who's had 2 games today, Sophie Sinclair.
Just 2. 1, 2. 1 up. Just 2. 2. More there.
Whoa, wait's fine.
Line's good. 2. Needs to move a wee bit.
Aiming to put up a mid-centre guard.
Gotta go. Hard. Gotta go. Hard. Right over. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Right over. Go, go, go. Good stuff. Good.
If anything, wanted that maybe 2 feet closer to the house, but she's lined them up well. And she's showing just a tiny piece, but on the right side of things. Never want to show a piece on the corner side, because that can allow your opponent to make a hit and roll in behind cover.
Bak 4, bak 8. Bak 12 nästan. Bak 8, bak 12.
Okej, dra den hit då.
Bak 8.
Mer snart.
Bak 8.
Mer snart. Mer, japp.
Coming up a little heavy here.
Oh.
Plan B is to come around.
Bra där.
Which is not too bad. We have the last stone.
Feel that repeal.
Bra koll
Don't
Jenny.
mind peeling.
Yeah, it's not a very good place
Yeah.
to peel, I mean.
Yeah. Okay. Top 12 then? Okay.
Yeah, top 12, top 8. Like
Okay.
this hand.
I think this one.
Okay.
About 10, 15? 10.
Yeah, 10's good.
10, 15.
So Millie Smith wanting to throw the intern, which is a clockwise rotation for a right-handed player.
Line tight.
Line only.
Yep.
Hard line.
5.
Hard line. 3.
Hard.
Go, go, go. 24. 3.
Whoa, we're on the guard. Whoa.
Swing it.
Whoa, so
This
no,
is short and has over curled.
Okay.
That's fine, Millie.
Way short.
Fine.
Looking for a top 8 draw there.
They came off sweeping because they didn't want to
Snarare har du.
crash on their guard and leave their shot stone open.
And now Almeida the ball. Try and open things up here for the Swedes.
Ja! Janet! 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 Whoa, whoa!
Oh, missed line call there by Verano.
Mitt fel.
Okay.
Okej, det där.
Same slide positive should be fine.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be good.
Scottish girls just telling Millie Smith that you have the same slide, but throw it a little more
Line
positive.
tight again, yep.
She should be okay, so maybe just
Line's good.
pulled it back on the previous one.
Line's
Me only. Yep, line actually.
Sophie.
Took some weight off it.
Hard, Soph.
Hard line.
Girls working hard again,
Go, 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 go.
this time past the guard,
Past it.
Go, go, go.
but only barely.
Okay. Okay.
Sweden will be looking for the double rip.
Sätter man likadant så skippar jag hem den bättre.
She's perfect. She might get the stone in the house as well.
Wow. Nej.
Mer, ja! Ja! Hårt! Wow, wow!
1-2. Oh, close. Very close to the third one.
Bra koll.
Actually had to curl a hair more,
Okay.
but you don't want to be too cute with those. Have to make sure you get the double.
What do you mean when you say too cute?
Just playing it a little too risky.
Okay.
Nothing.
Like if you're trying to pass a guard, if you're too cute by passing the guard, you're trying to pass it by like a quarter inch, whereas you can maybe be a little safer and make sure you have a little more room. So, but all in all, just focused on at least getting the double there. It's much better
Alltså den här är bra.
catching a little high
Om vi får
and getting the double than over curling and leaving guards.
Kan spela. Spela 20 och spela på den här vicken.
Ja. 15 var du.
And Scotland's guard comes into the house, and that's a mistake because Sweden can now make, well, hit the guard,
Ja, linje!
if you want to call it a guard,
Bort linje! Linje!
but they can also leave the shooter in the house. two reds in the house. It's going to be a bit of a worry for the Scots. Now they've taken off their back one. And Jenny Volin just haven't quite found her game yet.
Control.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay.
Controlled.
Control.
Oh.
No. Traction up. No.
Close.
No.
Yep.
Set. Yep.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, no,
Yep,
no,
yep,
no,
yep.
no, no. That's good. That's good. Shooting.
Aldrig! Aldrig! Kommer nu, ja! Hårt! Gör det! Wow, wow.
Really nice roll by Jenny Volin.
Bringing that corner guard into play,
Oh, those are tough to make.
There.
especially when you want to make them, right?
Yeah, it was quite the long roll. And we'll see Scotland
Freeze, yeah.
coming after it.
Yeah. Drink that ice a wee bit more.
Just going to play the
It was
freeze here.
swing, so I think the weight will be a bit. We'll need to throw a wee bit more. 30. 30. Yeah. Okay.
Slow side. Good release.
You can hear the mantra. Every time Sophie Jackson plays a rock.
Oh, lines a wee bit wide. 6.
Oh, if
Have
you
a
can.
look. 6, 7.
Just
Have a
wait.
look. 7.
Looks
Looks
good.
flying.
Yep. Yeah, line.
Hard. Line only.
Whoa.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. Hard line.
Hard, Millie.
Whoa.
Nice shot.
Good
Good.
shot.
Gillar du att spela typ en
What did you get?
bakhandsfart?
Probably pretty invalid because that's so slow.
What did you get?
What?
37.
Ja, jag har nästan hela.
Jag tycker det är bra.
Just had to sweep people
Det
out.
går så rakt.
Lite mer.
Nice throw.
Scotland, the Scottish girls are definitely one of the more calmer teams I've seen.
Nej, lite mer. Vi spelar
Not a
nästan
lot of
bara
panic,
bakfyra.
very low key.
Ja.
And wouldn't be surprised if they've been working with a sports psychologist. And you can hear that mantra for Sophie Jackson. That's the type of thing a sports psychologist might bring into your game.
Yeah, Sophie Jackson is definitely one of the calmer skips out there.
Karla, kom här snart. Ja!
You wouldn't be able to tell whether she made or missed a shot.
Linje! Wow.
Keeps a pretty good poker face.
Men ja!
And then you have Isabella Verano, a bit more intense. And she'll make a good one here. Just sit on top of the yellow for shot stone.
Freeze again.
Bra.
Only thing is if we freeze there, she could spin this one this way and this one.
Yeah. Or just a straight freeze.
Yeah, that
Or
one here.
if short. Yeah.
Yeah, don't mind that.
Quite like the freeze.
Yeah, it's just if you corner freeze, she knows it's this goes and that one will go.
Don't mind this call.
Think we'd have to straight freeze if we went there.
I'm guessing then the straight freeze leaves.
I think, yeah, go there. I think so. The straight
We
freeze.
know the lines. When they lie, we straight freeze.
No. Well, maybe just about. Maybe. Try and get it here. Just off. I think that's safer to... That? Yeah, that's good. I think that's enough. I think so. There. That should be good. Going for just about the straight.
Yeah, pretty tough draw called here. Needs to be pretty perfect.
About 35. Yeah. Take your time. Slow slide. Get your legs.
The mantra once more.
We're there.
Line's really nice.
Line's tight.
Touch, tight, line.
5, 6.
Hard.
4. Leave it short.
Hard.
1.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what happened there.
What happened to that?
I had to have picked up something. There's no way Sophie Jackson is 30 feet short on a draw.
Vilken fart.
I'm not sure if you can see it.
Spela typ träff där.
Looked pretty positive, and she throws a lot of rotation as well.
Spela typ...
And just somewhere, I guess somewhere along the ice, I picked up something.
Ja.
That seemed very unnatural.
I don't think that was useful.
So that's a thing you're just gonna have to shake off, and you have to realize that surely that wasn't me. Stone picked up something, forget about it.
Faster.
Just like, we didn't even leave it short. I just looked up and I was like,
It's not even over the hook line.
it's like, what?
Ja, det är det!
So the last stone of the fifth end, Sweden looking to see if they can score a 3 right back. Short little run back. Does a curl up for them. Does make the yellow go, and the shooter sticks around. It will be 3. Swings and roundabouts so far in this gold medal game.
Härligt. Bra soppköp.
We're halfway, and Sweden leads at 6 shots to 4. Stick around, we'll have highlights. And then in about 5 minutes, the girls will be back on the ice for the 6th end. let's go back to that third end where things
Yeah, I mean.
started to get a little bit interesting. We had two pretty much blank ends to begin with, although both skips nose hitting the blank attempt. But in the third, Sweden scoring 2. In the fourth end, a really sloppy Swedish end leaves Sophie Jackson at the open hit for 3. A panic line call to begin with, but it's there all the way down. Scotland in the lead, 4 shots to 3 after 3 ends. And in the fifth end, Sophie Jackson unlucky with a pickup on her last one, leaving a shot for 3. Just waiting on it all the way down. Gets there in the end. Sweden scores 3 right back, and they're up by 2 after 5 ends of play. And see the statistics. Scotland just outplaying Sweden by a few percent. But not much to choose from so far. It's been a pretty high-scoring game, though. 6-4 could very easily be the final score, but we're only halfway. So before we get the sixth end and the gold medal game started, we'll go live over on sheet C. Canada with the last stone here. Looks like Kristen Streifel is just looking at a blank. Big sweep from the girls. But she will over curl and stick around. So it will be 1 for Canada, but they will lead the game 3 shots to 1 as they head into the halftime break. Focus is back on Scotland and Sweden.
Hard, go, go, go! Hard, keep going, keep going. Hard, get it to, get it to, get it to. Hard, 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 hard. Go, 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 go. Good sweep.
The game's been a little bit up and down so far. It's really hard to tell where this could go. What do you make of the first 5 ends, Eleanor?
I think both teams showing that they aren't perfect and that they've still got some things to work on in the back half of the game. But both showing that they are ready to have some stones in play, get some aggression going.
Doesn't get the reds perfectly lined up here. And then, as I mentioned earlier in the game, you don't want to show a piece of the shot stone on the corner side, because now Scotland with a chance to play the hit and roll. Try and roll the shooter in behind the corner.
Sophie Sinclair playing at 93% in this game.
Stay close. Whoa. Stay close. Yep. Hard, hard, hard. Go to go hard. Go, go, go. Hard, hard. Whoa, just leave it there. Just leave it there. Okay, that's fine.
We'll make the hit and stick.
Going for the hit and roll here. 19-year-old Almeida Duval.
Whoa. Yeah.
only gets the nose and shows almost the entire stone, allowing Millie Smith with barrier weight, barrier meaning board weight,
Hard! Hard, girls! Right
to hit it on the
Hard! Gotta go
high side and roll
Whoa.
underneath their own guard.
Right.
Plan B
Millie.
goes underneath the center guard.
Är den där?
Jag gillar draget.
Ja. Ja, frysen.
Topp 8.
Ta bort den.
Ska se.
0. 05.
Ja, 05, 10 nästan tror jag, för nu får in också.
Ja.
Inte jättemycket putt.
12.
Linje!
12 nära.
Järnet!
8 och 12. 12 nära.
Järnet!
The ball asking her sweepers for
Jättefin linje!
a split time before this draw. She's only played the one,
Dela från början.
and it was missed. And
Kör!
her second draw of the game also will crash on the guard.
Okej, där med det.
Do you like going around the corner?
Bra fart på den.
Either that or come this way. Whoa. Either that or come this, right round this way.
Either that or you try and get through this.
Don't really like that.
Go like that.
I don't think that's
I really
there.
going around the corner.
Do you not
Okay,
like going around the
go
corner?
here then.
Yeah.
Here, like that.
05?
Yeah.
Wait, it's up a touch.
7, 8.
9.
Do we need
8, 9.
something?
9 needs.
Do we or don't we?
No.
Yeah.
No, don't think so.
I think we do. Well, we're too late now anyway.
Too late.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Kan vi på den där?
Just a redirect off the guard.
0.
Ends up in the wing.
Rakt på. Ner på vilken sen?
Ja.
Jenny Volin attempting the hit and roll to the center line.
Okej.
Overcurls by a little bit and rolls out.
We'll just keep an eye on it. Yeah. Take your time.
Giving Scotland another chance to make that perfect draw behind
Quite a lot.
their own corner guard.
6, 7.
Quite a lot.
Oh,
Whoa,
Millie.
7.
Oh, Millie.
It's good.
7, 8.
Whoa. 8, 9. Whoa. Where? 8.
8, 9.
It's sitting a lot
Straight
now,
back.
but 8, 9 still.
Yeah, we're right back.
I think it's there itself.
Oh.
Okay, that's fine.
Gillar ni den?
Ja. Jag kan gilla det.
Lite utsida.
Rakt på.
Ja! Ja! Ja!
There we go. Jenny Volin
Bra där.
picking up her game here with a nice run back. Sticks the
Here comes Joy
guard,
coming
but
round
not
here.
for shot stone.
They've just got the straight run.
Yeah,
Either
but
that
we
or
don't
they
do
will.
this. They will.
Bit of a warning for the Scottish girls.
Yeah, I like this.
Just saying that, well, you can come around one of our guards, but
Or the split.
I'll just
We
put
know
the
how to
back
run
on
back
you.
here, exactly. Sometimes when the opposition's like planning, okay, I'll do the shot, but to then your team performs the shot that would make them think again.
So I'll just come around the corner again.
5, 6, low slide.
A lot.
6, low slide.
Roll line.
6,
Roll
low
line.
line, 5, 6, 7, looks up,
Let it go.
7,
Let it go. Off it,
7,
off it.
7, needs to come back, 7, 8, still dragging. To here.
Curl. Go. Curl it now. Swing it.
Okay, good
Okay,
now.
wait. Just dragging down that line.
Naomi Brown drawing to just behind the tee line. They did want to keep that draw above the tee line to prevent. Oh, I thought they were going to freeze onto it, but actually they're going
20-30.
to hit it with board weight and try to get this yellow shot rock out while rolling to the center line.
Makes the hit and roll. A lot of shot stone, but there's definitely a port for Sophie Jackson.
Barrier. Yeah, barrier.
Now, the thing is, the less you can see, the softer weight you need to get there.
There's good.
The softer weight you play, the more curl your stone's going to have, and the more narrow the port's going to be.
Like that.
But this
Barrier.
shot is definitely makeable.
Need to catch just less than what we can see, probably. Okay. Do you like barrier? Yeah, I think you're good at barrier. Take your time. Good release.
Barrier. Close, yep. Hard. Really hard. Keep going hard. Hard.
Working as hard for line here, but I think they're on the guard.
Okay,
Just avoids the jam.
that's fine.
Ser vi något av bra här? Bra där.
Just dump them in. Turns fine.
Sweden looking to split the rings, sit 2, and for Scotland
Förra. Ja.
to take their single point in the sixth end here.
Om
Just
den är
dump
hel
them
jämn
in.
kan du dra den, annars så... Ja.
Doing it consistently, so and it's not even very much. You're not doing it hardly anything.
Ja, men det är jättebra.
It's
Jämn
enough
höjd.
to make it go.
Lämna ingen dubbel åt dem. Där. Ja, lämna bakfyra typ.
Isabella Vrono, 19 years old, drawing to top 4, top 8.
Ha rygg. Okej, wow. Ha rygg.
Pulling this a little heavy, so they might go for the backing onto the yellow.
Hårt igen! Dra längre! Ja, kör ner den. Kör ner den. Längre! Hårt! Ner! Mer. Lägger.
In the end, not so heavy. More of a line issue, actually. But they drag to a perfect spot, really, because there's no double for Scotland. Calling that back 8, back 12 early on,
Yeah.
but even with a full sweep, it's only level with the other red, but level is good.
Do you like this hand? Or the other one? Okay.
Sophie Jackson
A wee bit slower this side.
asking her sweepers, which turn do you prefer? It's not necessarily because she's uncertain, but it's maybe to ask the sweepers if they have a preferred choice in terms of where they know the ice better
5, 6. All yours. Line's perfect.
for the sweeping.
Line's good. Hard. 4, 5.
They were quite happy to play the out turn at this. Sophie Sinclair and Millie Smith on the sweep early, and they're just giving up on this one. And again, Sophie Jackson pulling up short. And a steal of 2 for Sweden. We saw this in the 1-2 page as well. Came up short against 3. Just not.
No, I don't know if it's
a bit of a buckle under pressure here. Trailing by 4 after 6. We'll be back with the 7th end.
It's not a stone, sir, in my head, because I think if it is the stone. Do you want to swap with me? Okay, thank you. So you're D, you're B. Just mix up, yeah. Okay.
Welcome back in action here in the 7th end. It's Sweden, Scotland in the gold medal game. Sweden steals 2 in the 6th end, now ahead 8-4. A huge step towards the gold medal. Scotland really on the back foot. We heard the Scottish girls talking about Sophie Jackson's stones after the end, having pulled up short a couple of times. For their last one, I believe they've made a switch.
Wait, looks okay. Have a look.
Not really sure if it is the stones though. They've looked pretty good all week. Haven't heard too many complaints from either team. And of course, Scottish girls had a choice to choose from 2 sheets, and they've been matching stones. They should have good knowledge of what they're playing with. But it's just something you do. If it's a certain stone you end up messing with a couple of times in a row, in the same way especially, you might as well just swap it out. So it doesn't bug you, and just kind of reset with some new stones as they go ahead and play the next 4.
Level.
Just trying to come around the top red stone here. Fanny Sjöberg, but just crashes on her own.
Not so bad though.
Nope, doesn't leave a stagger or anything like that for Scotland to come around.
1, 2. Have a look.
The only downside is all of the 8-foot's open for Scotland, so they have quite a lot of room to work with. So they could probably just ignore the red stones.
Naomi. Hard, Naomi. Yep.
As they're just kind of in the periphery of the house.
Hard, hard. Oh, nice soap. Good soap. Real nice. Really good.
Yeah.
Talented.
Almeida Deval was a peeling machine in the 1-2 page. He's had a few misses so far. This time, no mistake. So if the Swedish girls can find back to the form they had in the 1-2 page, it'd be very hard for Scotland to come back here.
Line's good. 3. We're there. We're there. Right off it. Needs to move. 1.
So for those who's watched
Yep, Naomi.
curling before or have followed us this week, you know that if you're trailing in the game, you're
Hard, hard,
bound to
hard.
throw up these corner guards,
Hard,
and
keep going, keep going.
you know
keep
your
going.
opponent will just
Good,
try
Millie.
and
Good,
hit them,
Millie. Good, Millie.
and that's going to continue happening until there's a mistake. As we see Korea, they score 1 in the 6th end, so Canada up by 1 with the hammer in the 7th end. So they have a bit of a grip on that game.
Another peel coming from Almeida Deval.
Yeah, 2 good ones. Jackson considering coming around the corner, but they're going to throw 1 more guard, so they'll probably make another move on their next one. Just giving it 1 more chance for Sweden to slip up.
Okay, needs to move. Level, level. 2. Level. Hard, Naomi. Yep. Whoa, whoa. Yep, yep, yep. Good, Millie. Nice, Millie. Good, Millie.
Another guard from Scotland. And another peel from Sweden, this time by Jenny Volin. Nicely made there.
So now Scotland will come around the corner. Scotland's the 3rd most winning team at the World Juniors on the women's side in terms of games won, just trailing behind Sweden with 192 wins in 30 championships.
Line's good. 6. 5. Hard, take a look. Whoa, take a look. 4. Hard. 5. 6. Hard, then. Have a look. Oh, Sophie. Sophie. Sophie now. Sophie, yep. Hard, Sophie. Hard, Sophie. Right to here. Hard, hard, right. Go. Hard. Good. It's good.
Mycket harder.
Lite mindre än halva.
Okej, lira den då.
Ja.
Kan spela 30.
Ja.
Pretty good draw there made by Naomi Brown.
So if we remember back to the 4th end, this is the exact same shot, just going the other way, that Jenny Volin missed completely, and it left Scotland a chance to score 3. Brano told her vice Almeida to make sure to tell Volin that it's much better getting the guard, and this time she will, and she's actually a little fortunate here.
Get shots thrown out of it.
Yeah, and even half buried behind the stone top 12.
Oh, either that or we freeze.
It was a good call by the skipper to stop the sweepers and let it crash on the guard. Always a good option. So definitely on the right side of the tolerance here.
1, 2. Ellie's. 2. Whoa. Have a look. 2. Whoa. 2. 2, 3. Line's good. Needs to stop curling. Whoa. Just let it stop then. 2, 3. Okay, good, Naomi. Nice, Naomi. That was the call there.
That felt like snail pace. Wow.
Because she would not have hit the one on the wing. Or like, I don't know, they've got 3 in the house. How are you going to get 2 out of that?
We have to freeze on that one. We have to wait for a miss too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
This time, Isabella Abramo will try and come after the yellow in the house. Power girls on the sweep here. Oh, just gonna feather the guard. That's usually the worst thing you can do.
And that was the miss Naomi Brown was talking about they were waiting for. And here we'll see Sophie Jackson.
The good part is that they have those red stones in the house, of course. If they weren't there, it'd look a lot worse. And Scotland could come around and it'd look very much like the fourth end.
Which one are we freezing? The one top four?
I think it'd be hard for Scotland to get their 3 here.
I think they're just focusing on getting their 2 for now. With this freeze on the red stone at top 4.
6, 7. I think we're there. 7. 7.
Whoa.
7.
Needs to curl.
Needs to curl. 8.
Round
7,
it.
8.
Oh, no, yep.
Right.
No,
8.
yep,
Come on.
here, yep, it needs to go. Hard. We're not round it. Whoa. No back. Good, so.
Really nice, Soph. Good.
Nice freeze.
The girls were calling back 4, but it did stop in time.
Sweden's going to play the slash here.
Round. I was like, it's coming.
They were like,
hey.
hey.
And I was like, no, it's definitely coming down because I knew the swing was gonna.
Vad sa du?
Finns det någon chans att gul går i röd? Eller är den
Nej.
Okej.
So catch the red on the high side here. Slash it onto the yellow.
Lite mindre.
Try and sit 2. Might see the stone they hit and redirect off the first yellow and roll towards the other one. Big on the sweep early. Just enough to get it out, but they end up opening the 8-foot, so a draw for 2 here. Just a little bit tight on that shot, the skipper. He's looking to leave the shot stone in place. So a good end for the Scots. Now just needing the draw to the 8-foot to tighten the score.
That's there. Be careful though. Should be there. Don't think
7,
8.
I think we're heavy,
Oh,
so.
I think we're there. 8. It's sitting down a lot. 7.
Heavy, it's heavy.
8.
Whoa.
8.
Whoa.
We got any of this?
No, it's taking
No, it's
the
good.
curl.
It's good. It's
taking
sitting
the
down
curl.
a lot. It needs to though.
Good, Soph.
Nice shot, Soph. That's good. Soph.
A bit of a scare, but they will settle down in the 8-foot. 2 points for Scotland,
It's just coming down.
but it is Sweden
Really nice.
up by 2 still. 8 shots to 6
Yeah.
after 7 ends
That
of
one
play.
there was like 17 I got, and I came down.
Yeah,
Just shouldn't have been thrown for us.
Yeah, I got 13.06 in that hog to hog.
That's fine.
Yes.
So good end.
3 and then 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stick
like
it.
that. Still.
Sophie Sinclair will throw the first stone of the 8th end.
Line's good.
here in the Gangneung Curling Centre for the World Junior Curling Championships Women's Final.
Make it free. Keep going. Hard, Naomi. Keep going. Hard, hard, hard. As far as go, go. Hard, 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 hard. Go, 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 go. Hard, 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 hard. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
To see how the stone breaks in the end. A good finish on the ice, and what I can say has been very consistent conditions all throughout the championships.
Börja där, Fanny. Nu kör vi.
It's good. Line play. Make sure it's over. Heads. Heads. Whoa. 1, 2.
It's heavier than that.
Needs to stop.
Yeah, it really needs to stop.
Stick it now.
No, don't touch it, Millie.
Who?
Okay.
Okay. That's fine
Okay.
there.
Ta bort det.
Got 28.
Just ran on a lot more than expected to.
So we can see the comparison for the leads here. Sophie Sinclair, a bit ahead of Fanny Sjöberg. She's been, she hasn't been far off. Not too many bad shots, but quite a few half shots. And I think this is another half shot here. Wanting to put that top 8. Comes up all heavy. And leaves sort of a pocket for Scotland. A chance for them to come into the top 4.
It's good. 6, 7, 7, 8. Yeah. Whoa, whoa. 7. Line only. Line only. 8, 9. 9. Bounce. Yeah. Let it move. Let it move. Whoa. Yep. Okay. That's fine, Millie. Get there, Millie.
Ja. Lite utsida. Då har jag en armsida.
73% for both the second players. As we see Almeida the ball doing very well on her hits, but she's missed the 2 draws she's played.
Mer ut! Fanny!
Very close to making it perfect, but so often in curling, when you're just an inch off perfect, you're it's sometimes disastrous, but it's maybe a little too harsh.
Sweden does have hammer this end, so opening up the front isn't too bad. And it is Scotland doing the chasing.
Good. Line tight. 1. Line tight. Over and up. Hard. 1. Over and up. Naomi. Hard. Keep going. Hard, 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 hard.
Go, go, go. Come on, come on, come on. Okay.
Girls working really hard to get the stone over the hog line.
No way. Mental.
Lite dämpen då. Ja, lite plus.
Nice hit and roll in behind cover by Deval. As we see the Swedish fans seem to have recruited some local Koreans to cheer along with them.
Three. Hard, then get it to 3, 4. Take a lick. Take a lick. Whoa. 3, 4. Sophie. Sophie's if you can. Hard, so hard. Hard, right. Right. Come on, go. Oh. Nice, Naomi. It's good, Naomi.
Ta bort garden.
Är det garden bara?
Ja, bara övre.
Naomi Brown's father, Norman Brown, and sister, Abby Brown, have both been at the World Junior Curling Championships and have won it as well. So I think in keeping with her family, she would love to win these championships too.
Just this side of center line. Okay.
Just high of centre.
You can see Naomi Brown outplaying Jenny Wåhlin. Wåhlin having a few struggles in the first half,
Might need to go.
making some big mistakes really.
Off is 2. Warm up.
But she's been playing much better after the halftime.
Sophie. Smellies. 1, 2. Okay. That's nice, Naomi. Good.
Just swings.
Ja, det är bra.
Lite träff så.
Vilken träff?
Eller vi tar enkla.
Ja, ta samma. Ja.
Just going for the simple peel here, just taking one. Hold tight for line here, I think. And again, just the worst kind of miss.
Yeah.
Leaves the guard and doesn't get the one in the house either.
Here? Wee bit less.
Left a stagger. Scotland can throw another guard.
Just your side of centre.
It could be hard to get to
One
that
just
shot
so
stone
side of centre.
for Isabella Verano.
It's absolute rapid down here. 60. I got 15 for Naomi, so he swept the tee line.
Okay, I got that then.
Sorry.
So
Good release.
So Scottish girls is saying the ice is real keen today,
One's good. One.
especially down this track.
Oh.
Sure. Here's.
Just here. Whoa. 1, 2. Whoa. 1. Sophie, you need to go.
Yep. Sophie's now.
Hard,
Yep. Millie too. Hard. Right.
Go.
Get there.
It's good stuff.
I got 50. Got 47. Good so. Good spot. 47. Got 50.
Men ja, här.
Där.
Yes. Ja.
Ja! Wow! Men ja!
Does get the top guard off.
I think that's quite good.
It stayed out a long time. We want to get really.
Bra.
You see, both skips have been all up and down so far in the game,
One.
which explains the scoreboard. There's been a couple of threes.
One. Do you like one? Yeah. She's not giving me much less ice. I think a wee bit less.
I would say take similar.
Shouldn't need much less. 60.
Yeah. Take your time. Slow slide, good release.
If Sophie Jackson can throw a good guard here, it could be hard for Sweden to score.
Full line. One. Let it move.
They won't have too many options.
Sophie, if you can. Sophie, you'll have
This one hanging wide.
You need to go. Have to go.
Just trying to finish it off here.
Even here. Go, 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 go. Hard, go, 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 go. Hard, hard, hard. Go, 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 go.
Is that enough?
That's good enough.
Not sure.
I think Isabella Vrona will have a look at it.
Is there a gap?
Annars är den här också.
Just needed less ice.
Tror du inte en clearing i hålet är lättare? Eller vad känner du?
Can't really see.
Vad tycker du? Den är ju där. Ja.
And if you make it through the hole,
Vilken fart har du velat gå med?
definitely stick in the shooter for two.
Vi kan köra på den här. Jag tror den sitter. Kör på den.
Thinking maybe the angled run on the corner might be easier.
Ja, det är träffen.
It
Ja, halv ganska.
might not look easier, but she might actually have a tiny bit,
Eller Amida,
tiny bigger
vi kör raka. Jag tror den är där.
bit of a margin on that.
Ja. Ja.
She can't have much space through the gap, but
Clearing.
maybe Vrano
Vill du gå
just
den handen?
Ja.
taking another look from the
Den handen.
hack.
Den.
Sometimes those ports, they look a lot easier from the hack view.
Vill du ha mer is?
Nej, jag gillar
Nej.
So just going to throw a bullet down the center line here. This is a tough one. Last stone of the eighth end.
Vänta.
Nej.
Vänta. Nej, Meja!
Maja!
Close.
Wow!
Wow.
Is it through? Yes. Wow.
Wow! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Wow. That is a super shot by a super girl. Through the port. Oh, that is so tight.
Kom igen, håll fokus.
Unbelievable.
Through the eye of the needle. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well deserved two right there.
Fyra.
2 for Sweden. They lead at 10 shots to 6 after 8 ends. Right, so everyone's had a chance to calm down after that last shot in the 8th end. Isabella Vrano, skip of Sweden, as Eleanor put it, just like threading a needle through a bullet down the center line, through the hole, scores 2, and an end where everyone thought Scotland would steal one.
15? Yeah, 15. Take your time.
So Scotland trailing by 4, 2 ends to go. They will really need to score a 2 here. And if they ever get a mistake from Sweden,
3, 2. Line's good.
they'll definitely try
Whoa.
to get a 3 up on the board. Sweden will actually throw the second one away.
Bra Fanny.
Not wanting too much of a mess here,
Gör det nu tjejer.
leaving too many of their own stones in play.
Så farten blir bättre på den där, men
Could make things
inte linjen.
just all a bit too cluttered. Something Scotland could use. One stone top 8 will be enough for the Swedes. Scotland throws another corner guard.
Naomi! Two, three. Wait, whoa. Have a look, Dad. Whoa, give that chance. Whoa. Hard, Naomi. Whoa, 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 we're level. Good so. Good so. Collington.
Varning! Ingenting.
Well, the teams have a surprising amount of time left for such a high-scoring game. Of course, they did play two very simple ends to start off with. Two ends are played as blanks, but both ships missing the blank attempt, so we had those two singles, but after that, just multiple scores throughout. 10-6 for Sweden.
Naomi! Two!
Loads of time
One! Hard, girls!
to think about these two last ends.
One! Leave it high, leave it high. Whoa!
Neither timeout's been called,
Oh, okay.
but the tactics pretty straightforward. Throw some guards for Scotland, peel some guards for Sweden.
This mid guard being the first one to be peeled off.
Yeah, just always going after the best one.
Yep. The high corner guard being a bit too high to be of great use compared to the mid guard anyway.
Yep. Get that. Two. Line's good. Three.
And we'll see Millie Smith come around their long guard
Hard line. Two. One.
and put up a tighter guard.
Hard. Get it, pass. Hard. Keep going. Okay. Okay.
Utsida. Ja. Halvträff är bra.
Well, leaves a double here for Sweden. Well, this could really kill the end.
Yep.
And Jenny Volin, she's been known as a bit of a killer on the ice. Having a good second half. And she gets 1-2. There we go. Doubles made. Not much left for Scotland.
Right round this one.
Not coming around the red stone here.
Stay with it. Is the weight or down here? The weight low.
This is something, this is a good lesson for the kids out there. You know, making a perfect freeze
Back 12.
pretty much impossible, at least with the
Take a look. Whoa,
way Sweden can throw a peel.
Whoa.
But stones in the house can very easily be used as guards. You know, that red stone's top of the 8 foot, so there's a good 8 feet behind here to put your stone. But this draw from Naomi Brown, nowhere close to getting buried.
Spela
Sweden looking to make the hit and stick. Calling peel weight just to be safe. Well, another nice one from Jenny Wåhlin. Now the freeze from Scotland, but
See how the line is, but no, you probably should go on first.
it's probably just to hopefully see Sweden blast it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Line.
Like I just mentioned, the perfect freeze is
6, 7 needs to move. Ooh.
quite audacious.
Yes.
Can't do much better than that, but Sweden will peel it. So taking a look at that great shot from Isabella Verano in the 8th end. Keep a close eye on the right guard. I mean, you can't fit a piece of paper in between the guard and the Swedish shooter. Just an incredible shot. And that 2 points earns Sweden a 4-point lead coming into this end. And here she is. Looking for peel on the yellow. And Scotland gets what they were looking for. Second redstone is out of the way. And Scotland can come around once more. And this one pretty much has to be made.
It's definitely dying up here, like. Yeah. Back 8. Do you like 20 or 15? Similar to your last drop here, which was about a 15. Take your time. So slides, good release. Quite positive. 6! Line's good. 6, 7! Line's good. Where? 7!
Keep calling.
7, 8!
Yes, Sophie, stay home. Yes, yes, hard. Sophie, hard. Hard, right. Hard, right. Go. Hard. Right. Go. Good.
Yeah, just can't get it deep enough. Can't get it buried enough. So pretty open for Sweden to just peel this and deny Scotland a 2.
Like, we should have told you line was wide. Yeah. It was perfect.
And if this is made, there's just no way Scotland's going to be able to turn this game around. This is sounding pretty good for Sweden. And what does Scotland do? They will draw for the single point, which means they'll have to steal 3 in the 10th end. And I'm willing to bet all the kimchi in Korea that's not going to be happening anytime soon.
So slides, good release.
But first, this draw will have to be made.
Line's nice.
Sophie Jackson, last stone, 9th end.
Whoa. It's all there.
Just keeping,
Whoa. It might sit out here.
just keeping a tiny hope alive here. If she makes it. Really wide. Just sit down in time. 1 for Scotland. So Sweden will be up 10-7 coming into the 10th end.
Jag hade
One more to go.
Så tar vi de lätta slagen.
Jag hade 13 på deras sista dragning bakåt. Så att det är inte... Den är inte klockrent lätt.
Nej, precis. Men det... Vi får bort deras, lyckade av egna. Även om det skulle...
We're in the final end of the women's gold medal game here at the VoIP Defender World Junior Curling Championships 2017 in what will be
Hard, girls. Go, go, go.
the arena for the curling at the Olympics next year.
Hard, 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 hard. Go, go, go.
Sweden's up by 3. Means Scotland needs to steal 3 for the extra end. Now, I said I'd be willing to bet all the kimchi in Korea on that Sweden's going to win the game, but we always have a very optimistic Eleanor sitting here.
Actually, I was just about to say I don't like kimchi, so I'm not willing to accept this bet.
You think there's hope for Scotland?
It will depend on how well their lead stones have set the send up.
Well, we'll see the first tick shot here from Fanny Sjöberg, and it's made perfect. She's been a little bit dodgy throughout the game, but here she makes a really good one. That is perfect. Yes, she does push the yellow into the house, but if they want to, they can peel it on their second one. He's keeping that middle open.
Yeah, exactly. Sweden has hammer in the 10th end.
A bit softer than last.
They could give up 1, they could give up 2.
2,
And they'll still have the W up there.
2, 3. Right here. Hard, Millie. Hard. Hard, hard, hard. Get it center line. Yep,
I think I'd be tempted to throw the corner here, actually. Just guard the shot stone and use corner guards to try and set 3 before Sweden's last stone. That way, at least forcing Isabella Vrano to make a shot for the game. I think this way, the only way you're winning is if Sweden gives you 2 complete misses. Fanny with a seldom takeout as lead. It's made. Scotland will throw the long guard again.
20.
So they're going to need at least one absolute flash here. Thought as they throw the long guard, Sweden keeps making the peel. They could come around the guard. You're going to have to go for one huge miss so they can come around the guard again. Sweden peels the guard. You draw into lie 3, but you see this card now grouping the yellows, and there might be a double to kill the end, but Sweden staying disciplined, knowing that if they only make the simple shots well here, it's going to be more than good enough.
I do have so much respect for the Scottish team. They've been trailing behind Sweden for most of the game, yet they've kept their composure and have played such a classy game, I think, throughout this whole finals match.
It's good. 1, 2. Line's good. Just 1. 1. Sophie's. Line's good. Line's good. 1. Naomi's. Naomi. Naomi. Go, 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 go.
Wheels sort of coming off here for Scotland. They've just hogged this. Of course, you need to cross that blue hog line. And when you don't do that, the stone's taken off. Sweden can peel Scotland's lonely guard. And it's really only down to math at this point. Scotland has 4 stones left, which means if Sweden makes 2 more peels, they are World Junior Curling Champions.
Keep calling.
Line's a bit tight. 4. Line's good. Just 4. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just 4. 3. Line's perfect. Yeah, then. Hard. Hard. Whoa, yep. Just a freeze. Whoa, keep pushing. No bump. 3. Yep, 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 yep. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good. It's good. Nice, Naomi. Ja.
Ja, bort med alla från allt. Rakt på. Det är ingenting. Japp.
Nej.
Japp.
Japp. Hårt. Hårt. Vicka, vicka. Bra, Tiba.
So 5 down, 1 to go.
Similar weight, do you think?
Scotland will just have to draw the house here, as they only have 3 stones remaining.
A bit more, a bit more.
Sophie's. 5. Sophie's. Lot more, lot more. Let it move. 6. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Really needs to move. Whoa. Sophie now. Yep, Sophie. Oh, oh.
Well, they were trying to come around the corner guard, but it will sit in the open, and Jenny Wåhlin, 3rd player for Sweden, will have the honor of possibly playing the final stone of the gold medal game. It's right here. This is for the win. Just keeping it clean all the way down. And it is made. Sweden are Junior World Curling Champions. And I think it comes to no surprise that this team has finally clinched the gold. They came in 4th 2 years ago, and they spent those 2 years just improving. And they've had a really solid week. An even better playoff. And they just steamrolled Scotland here. Final score 10-7, as we see the Swedish girls making their way down to the away end. And I think we'll see some celebrating along with the Swedish fans. And the bench with Mattias Mabax, Maria Larsson and Alison Karjazek. Obviously thrilled with the girls' performance. been a long time coming. A bronze medal at the Winter University Games only a couple of weeks ago. And then they come here and they pick up the gold. What a fantastic season. And still, we could see these girls come back next year and do it all again in Aberdeen, where the World Juniors will take place a year from now. If you stick around, we'll head over to the bronze game. That is yet to be finished. They've just currently finished the 9th end. So we'll try and see if we can pick up the last few rocks over there in a much tighter contest. Well, it's still being a good championships for the Scottish teams. Have to remember they got relegated last year, so it's just an incredible improvement for them as well. A silver medal. Feels tough today, but it's gonna feel good in a couple of weeks or a couple of months. They'll look back and understand that they've accomplished something big here in what has been a pretty tough field in the women's competition this season. That's the final score for you. We'll have highlights from the game and we'll have a few words with the winning skip. But first we're trying to get you some action from Sheet C, where the bronze game is taking place. And here we are. The score 5-3 for Canada. They're up 2 without the hammer. This is the first stone of the 10th end. As they play Korea, the home nation. Here you see the scoreline. It's been a tight contest, and situation is Korea needs to score 2 for the extra end. It would be just amazing for them, of course, to pick up a medal here in front of home fans. Soo-Jin Kim, lead for Korea, looking to throw the corner guard. Big sweep here by all three.
Line's good. Same. A little tighter.
Brenna Belassi.
Just top 12. Top 12. Top 8. Well then.
Throwing the in-turn.
Clean
She
it.
played 100% today, actually.
Pretty closely to it. Just clean it.
And a semi-final.
To it.
The heavy defeat to Scotland.
Carry to it. Yep. 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 Lock it. Lock it. Good.
Canadians have done really well
15-1.
in bouncing back from that loss, only having a few hours to shake off that loss and get prepared for the bronze medal game. It's always a tough thing to do. It's always really tough to win the 3-4, which they did win against Korea in the 3-4. Play the semi-final, you get dropped back into the bronze game, and you're having to play the same team once more. A team that's had a lot more time to prepare for this game. So the corner guards are up for Korea. Kate Good-Helpson, second for Canada, makes the first corner guard go away. This is Tai Yang. The intern draw coming around the corner. And they can't quite get there. Leaves it short though, so still usable. Peeling these corner guards. It's so easy back home in the home rink in practice. Just a little bit different when you're playing a 10th end in a medal game at a World Championships. Wow, Good-Helpson. We'll play two good ones here. Now Minji Kim thinking that, I mean, we need to move these red stones a little bit. So we're playing a bumper weight. Trying to get to nose. Sit on top. Just under curls a little bit. We're hoping to sit frozen on the red.
Nose. Or this. Yeah. Okay. Medium. Okay, you got her. Nice sign and half straight up. Medium. Yeah. Medium.
Chantel Broderson
Hard.
looking for the open hit.
Really hard. Hard, girls. Hard. Never off, never off. Hard.
Don't want to stagger these, but they have. You might see Korea come around these reds now.
Time. 여기는.
Korea's front end asking if this is when they should take their timeout.
얘 타임 쓸래?
They have seven minutes on the clock, so not struggling for time, but maybe just wanting some advice from their coach. So Seung-Yun Lee will come out. The guy affectionately called Potato comes out to have a talk, and maybe not just for the next shot, but maybe the next four.
주먹 벌리면 안 돼.
얘는 좀 벌려.
그렇지. 약간 어깨수로 살짝.
그냥
열을 생각보다 많이 안 넣어줘.
좀 있게 여기 살짝
돌면은 저 안쪽으로 들어가는 노란 거 숨어서. 최대한 더 빼고.
네.
열이지. 더 있어야 돼. 약 백. 열둘 백. 4초.
It doesn't matter.
안 나와도 되니까.
So timeout over. And a call is made.
Looking at that one. That one. Oh.
아까 프리즈 할 때 0만 나온 거. 아, 백.
더 잡아줘. 열둘로 와, 열둘.
So definitely making some kind of play on the redstone here.
그대로 웨이트. 백. 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 백업, 백업. 백업, 백업. 라인 좋아. 라인 좋아.
기다려.
백.
기다려. 아니야.
백. 라인 좋아.
기다려.
제발.
It's not too bad there. Sort of pushes that one red half buried around the corner, something they might freeze to on their next one. Maybe wanting to push that even further in behind the T line. Broderson coming down to have a look.
It's really easy to jam. Freezes on one.
We have this.
That one? Yeah, and then what do you have? Well, then you run it in, but it's like not a good angle.
honestly don't mind
Play. But if you
no, I don't mind this.
on what?
Because that's like
It's but like if you go right into the side of it though.
yeah, that's
And
the
we
thing.
gotta steep. Look at that.
We don't want to just jam.
Yeah. Yeah, if you you like really steep, like into the side.
We got to make sure we stick around.
And then
Yeah.
even then,
It's no good to roll out.
Like I don't even mind just
like it's
medium.
gonna hold, though.
Just the whole- You can honestly probably if we go
it looks really
knows
big down
this.
on there, but like I don't know.
not bad. Or do you want to flop in front of the 5?
We can call a T.
A little flop.
Okay. I like this.
Okay, medium.
T?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
I feel like it's a,
Nose?
yeah. Or just inside.
Inside.
Okay. Just medium. I want to try to stick maybe a little flop towards Brenna.
Yeah.
So a call has been made, and it's
Yeah, let's go. You got it.
obviously making a play on the yellow here. They're just going to hit and flop in front of their shot stone. It's going to make it a little bit harder for Korea to get to.
Just medium. Lean. Medium. Yeah.
Ireland sweep here. Jam it, but not all that bad. The yellow goes. Sort of guarding Korea's way in behind the corner. And Korea's only choice, I think, is to come around the reds.
돌리면 1번 될 수 있어. 돌리면 1번 될 수 있어. 괜찮아.
아까 그 8번.
약하면 여기 위에 사도 괜찮아.
Only 3 stones left for Korea. Need to score 2. But it only takes 1 mistake from Kristen Streifel. So they need to get this one buried. Looking wide at the moment. Needing to dig in. Coming now. Getting closer. Line's really good here. Pretty good draw. Let's run back or freeze. That's the two options.
I don't think we need to draw.
You can hit it bowling side.
Yeah, like even if you pick it out. Okay, firm. Firm? Yeah. Okay. Nice and positive here.
Kristen Streifel.
Heel! Yeah!
The run back early on the sweep here. Let's see if the girls can hold it. Run is made. Perfect shot by the Canadian skipper. And she'll stick it on the far foot. And I think that shot deserved a little more enthusiasm than that. From the guys we just saw up in the stands. Maybe they're just dead nervous. Streifel always cool, calm, and collected. That's a sigh of relief. At least with that, they know they can't lose the game here in the 10th. Korea only had to have 2 stones left.
Oh, look, there you are. Wave to the camera, Kate. I have no idea.
Girls can see themselves on the big screen, the monitor.
우리가 어떻게 때릴 수가 없어. 여기 있어가지고.
헤드 슈터.
얘를 탭을 하고 그러니까 이렇게 살아야 돼.
그래 나중에 뭐라
Korea has used their timeout, but we have almost 5 minutes left here.
얘 살짝 밀어내 나중에 이렇게 칠 수 있잖아. 이거 탭을 하면
탭만 하자. 아, 탭을.
괜찮은 것 같아. 얘로 보자. 이렇게 얹고 얘를 위로 얹고 얘 좀 밀자.
웨이트.
야,
아니면
웨이트 좀 죽었어.
얘를 이렇게 하고 얘가 이렇게 얘를 이렇게 하면 얘가 이렇게 밀려날 거 아니야. 그럼 나중에
사이에만 껴도 돼. 대신 2번만 먼저 2번이 돼야 돼.
사이 끼든가 이게 이렇게 서야 돼. 둘 중 하나 해야 돼. A 플랜 어디로 볼 거야?
이쪽 거 먼저.
이쪽 따당해서 얘 밀어내고 얘 밀어내고 하면 나중에 더블당 나오지 않을까? 약간 있게 해서. 아 일단 여기가 날 것 같아. 일단 포켓에 끼긴 껴야 돼.
You can see the time clocks here.
백을 해도 될 것 같아.
Of course, if your time runs out, you lose the game.
앞에서 잡아줘야 돼.
But there's no chance of that happening here.
여기 돌지가 않아.
As Minji Kim, skip of Korea, has made a choice. I believe it's a controlled weight run back onto the shot stone here. Not a lot of great options, really.
굳이 세게 할 필요 없을 것 같아. 백? 8? 백? 아니면 8?
So either you stick it on the shot stone in behind cover, potentially you can run it straight back onto the second shot and try and roll on top of the shot stone. Couple of options with this. Playing the soft weight too. Going for line here. Gets to run back, and she will do what I said was an option off the second shot. Frozen onto the shot. So that leaves a run back potentially for 2. Canada will call the timeout. So you'll see that if Korea dead nuts the run, they probably won't outcount the red stone on the tee line to the left of the screen. So I think they're first going to figure out if Korea actually has a shot to win the game as it lies. And if they do, they'll try and take it away.
Yeah,
Do that.
I don't mind that. Because I don't know how you get there to guard it.
But then we could open this one up. I don't like that.
Okay.
Amanda Dawn, St. Laurent will come out.
Yeah. So how?
Like a corner guard?
Yeah.
If you put it anywhere in front of there. Basically. Well, anywhere
no, we
high
got-
side. No. Yeah.
Anywhere.
On the right side?
On this side.
Okay.
No, she's got to run this angle.
Yeah, but I mean, like, so not far left, but nose is perfect. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
With that, that's ideal.
Okay, so we don't want to set up her run any easier either, too.
So just right in front of it. It's like a corner guard. So it's a corner guard.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. Kind of ice.
Where were you giving Brenna for offset?
Edge of button.
I was getting for. So that was for
Yeah,
corners.
in this general area, right? Just
Mine just a touch more, hey?
yeah, like beside the points.
I think that's where you have your guards. Yeah. I don't think that's enough.
I think you need a smidge
I
more.
think you need.
Because you were throwing there and Brenna's guards were coming like
I was
point.
even.
They
They
can
can finish it hard.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever
Just
you like, though.
right there.
Okay.
Okay,
You got it.
So what they're saying is the run on the yellow is really the only shot to score two for Korea.
And higher.
I remember they need the deuce for the extra
And
end.
if we're ever coming deep, just got to make sure there's no
So
angle.
they're just going to throw a guard,
You got it.
guard the run back for Korea. And if they do, you might see Minji Game having to throw a double run. Well, it's a pretty tough shot as it lies for Minji Kim.
You got her.
Kristen Streffel is looking to make it even harder.
Line's good. Easy, easy. Tight.
No, it's not tight.
Halfway. Low. 2.5 tight. Low. Halfway tight. Gotta stop. Tight. Low.
They don't want to
No.
freeze the hill here.
Sit down.
Make it easier for the Koreans.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Leaves it short.
16-1.
I think that's good enough. So Korea will definitely have to play the red-yellow combination.
May as well have a go at it.
Yeah. Even so, really tough shot to make. So I think you're going to have to hit the first red onto the yellow. The yellow guard needs to obviously hit the yellow stone and the house. But probably just a slight bit on the right side as we see it. So it spins all towards the center line
살짝 바꿔줘.
in order to outcount the red stone
진짜 살짝
on the
바꿔줘.
left.
살짝 바꿔줘.
This is an extremely precise shot.
노말. 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 오케이. 여기야. 진짜 잘 봐야 돼. 더 두꺼워. 아. 세 맞으면 이게 그냥 여기로 갈 것 같아. 이게 최대한 여기 맞는 게 좋거든. 어. 바깥쪽. 여기. 노말. 잡고 있어도 돼 이렇게. 노말. 여기지.
I'd say no matter who, no matter which curling player throws this shot, this is at best maybe a 5% one. If you set this shot up back at your home club, you're gonna need a few tries to make it. And now Minji Kim is having to throw it to push this bronze medal game into the extra. Here we go. Last stone for Korea. Sounds kind of close. We'll see what they can get. But no, it's not to be for the Koreans at home field here in the Gangneung Curling Centre. Canada will pick up the bronze medal. Tough defeat this morning, and they did so well to bounce back and pick up the bronze. And although it might feel a bit bittersweet, that's still a lot better than the 4th place. Well, the Canadian streak has ended. Canadian women have won 3 gold medals in a row, but Sweden picked it up today with a win over Scotland. And we shall now take a look at some of the highlights. And we'll see the interview. Fourth end between Scotland and Sweden in the gold medal game. It's Sophie Jackson with a glorious chance to score 3. A bit of a panic sweep, but it's there all the way, sticks around. After 3 ends of play, Scotland's up 4-3. In the 5th end, Sophie Jackson, seemingly unfortunate as her last stone pulled up way short, perhaps a pickup, leaving Sweden with a short little run, score 3. And they're right back in the lead, 6-4 after 5. In the 6th end, Sophie Jackson having to play a draw against 2. This one pulls up short again. That's a huge steal of 2 for Sweden.
Just to get it out of your head.
They lead it 8-4 after 6. The 7th end, Sophie Jackson with a chance to pick up 2 and tighten up the score. The draw is made to the back 8. Still trailing by 2.
Yeah, I got 2.
We skip along to the 8th end. It's a tight port for Isabella Verano, but she goes for it, throws a bullet down the sheet. Just an incredible shot through the hole. That scores her 2. That's going to secure a big lead, 10-6, before the 9th end. With a score of 1 in the 9th, Scotland had it all to do. Needed to steal 3 in the 10th. That never happened. Sweden running Scotland out of stones, and the Swedish girls are World Junior Curling Champions. So just waiting for Isabella Verano. To hear how she feels after that gold medal game. And just to confirm that, it is Sweden gold, Scotland silver, and Canada bronze. And here is Isabella Verano.
On your 2017 World Junior Curling Championships title, how does it feel to win the gold medal?
It feels absolutely fantastic. We have been working on for this a long time, and it's been our main goal this season, so it feels super duper good.
You couldn't have done it without your team. What do your teammates mean to you?
Of course, they mean a lot to me. They're my best friends. We know each other so well. So I'm happy to share this moment with them and not anyone else.
In your native Swedish, what would you like to say to your fans back watching at home?
In Swedish? Yes. Okay. Tack för att ni hejar på mig så mycket allihopa. Det har varit sjukt kul att få allas stöd och så. Så syns vi snart hemma i Sverige. Woohoo!
Congratulations again on your title. I hope you enjoy your celebrations tonight.
Thank you.
Well, that concludes the women's competition here at the World Junior Curling Championships. Tomorrow we have the medal games for the men at 2 o'clock local time here in Gangneung, Korea. So we thank you here from the World Curling TV. Stay tuned for more curling action.
Alltså, jävla glad. Fan vad bra vi spelar.